Hey Inspirators, it's Inspiring Vanessa here. Welcome back to another inspirational interview for all of you. I am extremely excited for my guest today. There is a lot in store and a lot that you're going to hear about this person. He has achieved so much, and he's only 13 years old. He is an actor, musician, songwriter, author, dancer and producer, and as I said, he is only 13 years old. He was even nominated for the Best Supporting Actor in a Feature Film at the Young Entertainer Awards 2020. So he has achieved a lot. I think you can definitely say that he's very aware of the acting industries. Hopefully he can give us some tips on his journey and what he's been doing recently. And speaking of his new project, which is the Come Away film, so we're going to be talking about what the film is about and when it's going to be released. So I'm going to bring him onto the interview. His name is Jordan Nash. Make sure to comment down below any questions you have for him, and then that way I can select your question if you use the icon, and then he can answer them, and hopefully you can get some more insightful information. So I'm going to bring him onto the interview, and then we can just get straight into the first question. I am very excited. I'm actually in the film as well, and he was playing alongside Will Smith. He was their kids, which are in the beginning of the film, if you do remember that. Hi!
Hello!
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. You probably didn't think I was. You were thinking, huh?
No, it's okay. I was like, oh, that doesn't look like Jordan to me.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? How's your day?
It's been good. Just the usual maths. Nothing special.
Oh, do you like maths? Because I didn't enjoy the subject at all.
Yeah, not really maths. I don't mind it.
Not really
bad at it, but
yeah. I think maths is only enjoyable if you're good at it.
Yeah. If you have to do it, you have to do it.
You have to do it. It's just part of school. So we're just going to jump into the first question, which is, what age and why did you begin acting?
Well, I began when I was 4 or 5. So you'd probably have to ask my parents why I started. But no, I did go to the original, like the drama schools, Peel, Banana, Peel, that sort of stuff. And I got my first what's it called? Role in a lead. Why am I saying lead? I was not a lead when I was 5. In a film called Dom Hemingway with Jude Law. And all I can remember is...
Your first job?
Yeah, I know, I was so lucky, right? But
oh, that is amazing.
All I can remember is just goofing around with Amelia Clark, who I didn't have a clue who she was, in the canteen, and kicking a football on set.
Those are the main things that you remember. I mean, if you were 5 or 4 years old, or you're very young, then it's understandable that you won't remember a lot of things, but at least you remember the most important parts. But that is brilliant as well. I mean, you were very lucky to have that as your first role, your first job. So yeah, that's so brilliant and so just inspiring to see. My next question is, what's your favorite thing about being an actor?
The money. And I also enjoy on set. I also enjoy seeing how different people, prepare. Not to name drop. Is it name drop or whatever? Not to name drop, but Mark Wahlberg, he was a more serious. He was professional on set. Whereas, for example, Will Smith on Aladdin, he was, upbeat. I mean, he did have his personal space and all that, but he was more upbeat and funny. And sorry, Mark.
He was a little bit more open.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that it's just so funny that you said. I could see people in the comments laughing as well. But that is so great, and I totally agree with you. I mean, what you do is really allowing you to understand different people and different personalities, which is going to really make you aware of how people connect towards any different like situations. So that it's a really powerful thing to have at such a young age as well. My next question, speaking of Will Smith and Aladdin, what was your favourite memory from being on set on the film?
Well, I love mango smoothies, and my favorite memory was sitting on my trailer steps and drinking a mango smoothie.
Oh, I love mango.
Really? Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, I think it's my favorite fruit.
Good choice, good choice. Just nectar.
Definitely.
Just drinking it's pure nectar in your mouth.
Oh, absolute heaven. I love how the highlight of you being on set wasn't actually filming, but just drinking a smoothie.
No,
That's just so, love that.
What was also quite funny is that on set, because I was filming with Will Smith, I'd come off of set and all the other people on set, my parents and all friends and whoever else was off of set, they would ask, so what's he like? What did he say? What did he do? Oh, I didn't even know who he was.
I mean, I guess it's kind of good if you don't know who the person is, because then you don't really pressure yourself to act a certain way. You just kind of see them as like your fellow co-star. You don't really see them as higher, so you don't really like overthink your acting skills and the way you are around them as well. But you gotta love a mango smoothie. That's a great memory to be holding on to. So you've worked with some of the biggest names in blockbuster history. You've worked with Angelina Jolie in your new upcoming film, The Conway film, Jude Law and Emilia Clarke, and so many more. So my question is, who is your dream co-star and why?
My dad.
Is he an actor?
Yeah, he's an actor, and we haven't actually.
Oh
worked on
wow!
something
He just runs in the
professional.
family.
Yeah, he does acting, and I'd love to work with him on a professional film. We've done a radio project on BBC Radio 4, but
you can't. You just say it like it's nothing. Yeah, I guess we just did a little radio thing on BBC. No big deal. But I love that so much. I mean, that just shows how much talent there is in your family as well. That's so great to hear. But yeah, I think it'll be so cool having like a father and son duo on TV. What kind of roles do you think you would play? Do you think you play characters as a father and a son?
As a father and a son, it depends. It could be anything really, anything that where a writer decides to write a father and a son, and we're both good enough. But I think maybe future terms, maybe like an action film or something. But he'll need
that would be so cool. That would be so cool. Definitely looking forward to that. Hopefully happening in the future. So I want to ask you about what is the upcoming film that you're in about? It's called Come Away. Yeah, so Come Away, if for any of you who don't know, Come Away is a prequel to Alice in Wonderland, Peter Pan and Alice in Wonderland. And I play Peter Pan, and it's a fantasy film, fantasy drama, lots of magic. It's a really magical film. And the family go through a lot of chaos, tragedy, all sorts happen. And the family just need to restore their happiness, and the family basically, because they're being broken apart. But it was amazing. It was an amazing project to work on. I mean, obviously, looking at the trailer as well, it just shows you so much, but it doesn't show you enough. So I'm so excited for when it's going to come out and to actually watch it as well. Yeah. But yeah, it must have been so much fun as well. It's such a unique storyline. I know. It's like, who would have thought to watch a film that kind of intersects these two really iconic stories, these two iconic storylines, and putting them together, and also putting in a bit of tragedy in the mix, or a little bit of family in the mix as well. It's just so extraordinary. So what would you say is the funniest memory you've had on set of being on the film? I mean, we were the boring type, you know.
didn't have much. But you know, they were really professional. But we had more banter, more fun offsets. You know, with my co-stars, we went to Universal Studios and chilled out in the pool. We had some really funny memories there. And mostly offsets, not on set.
On set is more focusing and getting into character. I love that. That's a good professional term to learn, and a good skill to be adapting now as well. But that sounds so cool. And Universal Studios, what would you say has been your favourite part to go and visit? What were you most excited about to go and see there?
Disneyland. I mean, I was 10, so you can understand why Disneyland. Maybe now, if I was this age, Universal. But then, I've always wanted to go to Disneyland, and to actually be there is shell-shocking.
Shell shock. Oh my gosh, just right in front of me. You can see everyone walking around. I mean, I've been to Disneyland twice. I've been in Paris and I've been also in Orlando, Florida. And although they are like they're like spitting images of each other, to be honest. They look exactly the same. The whole setup is the same, but it's just on a bigger scale. But it's just so magical. There's just no words to describe it, and the way you feel when you kind of walk in, you actually see everything like what you've probably seen on photos or videos before. But my final question, before we get into some questions from the viewers, is what can we be expecting from yourself in the future? When is the film going to come out?
Yeah, so Come Away comes out on the 18th of December, and I just recently finished filming a TV series called Breeders with Martin Freeman.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're on series 2. Well, I was filming series 2, and that should come out sometime next year. And in January, I'm also filming a TV period drama called The Great. And I've got that filming in January. And I also have brain fog here. What do you call the mini movies again?
Short film.
Short film. Sorry, I have a short film that's coming out. Well, it's gonna come out, and it's been nominated at the LA Film Festival for best short film.
You've got so much coming ahead of you already. You're already going to be starting 2021 with a bang. Already having new projects coming out as well. I just want to say congratulations from all of your success. I know you're going to be so successful in the future as well. I mean, you're already doing so much and achieving so much, and it's just so inspirational to see for other people to be looking up to you and being like, well, actually, if this guy can just casually talk about how much acting he does and how talented he is, then maybe I can do that as well, and I can get to that point of success as well. So I just want to say congratulations, because you really do deserve it. You seem like a very, very genuine and deserving person of everything you're doing.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. And another question I have is, what would be your top tip into getting into the acting industry?
I'd say you just have to audition and audition and audition. I mean, out of 10 auditions, you might get one in 10. I've probably been to 20.
Very true.
I'll get one. You know, I've been in the last 2, and you're like, oh, last two. So you just have to keep on auditioning, and one day it will eventually be your turn. It's just a waiting game, and hopefully you fit the role.
Yeah, that's so true as well. I mean, I think most actors, obviously, like before they get their big break, it's like they go through such a long process of just going for auditions, as you were just saying, and going up for different roles and seeing if the directors or the casting directors like them or not. And it can be a really big setback for some people, but as you just said, eventually you will get there where someone really does see the potential in you and does want to book you for a role, or does want to book you for this next massive film. So I think it's really about consistency as well. You need to keep going, keep seeing what can be happening, and just wait for your big break. But it is definitely a waiting game. You need to learn a lot of patience if you want to become an actor, especially when you're on set as well. There's a lot of waiting, I can imagine.
I don't mind the waiting, to be honest. I mean, my mum loves waiting around. She loves the catering, loves the food, doesn't she?
You don't mind waiting around because you just get to have a mango smoothie. I mean, who wouldn't want to have a smoothie like that as well? But we're just going to get into some questions from the viewers, and the first question is from someone called Tabby, and they said, "What's your biggest achievement in your opinion?"
Come Away. Has to be Come Away because it's my first lead role in a film, alongside big stars like Angelina Jolie and David Oyelowo, Michael Caine. That has to be my biggest achievement. Or was it when I was 5?
I mean, that's so brilliant as well. And what would you say is like your dream project? Because obviously I feel like you've done quite a lot of like period pieces as well.
Yeah.
And obviously now you're doing like magical and fantasy. What's something that you'd like to do? A type of project you'd like to do?
You know, I'd just like to explore lots of different genres, not just stick to one. I'd like to try action, thrillers, dramas, horror, any types really. I'm excited for any projects I get the role in.
Definitely, it's all about gratitude. I love that so much. This question is from Talia, and she said, "What's your biggest dream?"
To be the best at what I do, to be the best at what I do, being the best at acting and what I do. I do music as well. So to be the best musician and actor.
I mean, that's so amazing. How long have you been doing music for?
Music I've been doing for about 6 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, about 6 years.
So you've got a lot of experience in both music and acting.
Yes, I have. By the way, hi to, is it Talia? No, is it the Talia?
Yeah.
Oh no, maybe it's
I'm not sure.
It's not.
Maybe it's not, maybe it is. There's so many people. This next question is from someone called Harmony, and they said, "What is your favourite aspect of the film?"
I like
something that won't give away any spoilers.
Yeah, I like the creativeness of what the writer Marissa Kate Goodhill created to merge this original J.M. Barrie story of Peter Pan and then Alice in Wonderland. I think that's genius. And to have
I know. I mean,
have such a multicultural cast as well. It's amazing.
I mean, that's so true. I mean, the diversity in the film is so brilliant. How did you feel when you kind of looked at the casting and you realised that this is kind of the cast lineup and the way it has kind of been put together? What was your first thoughts on that?
Well, I didn't actually see the cast list. I just met them when I was on set. So, but when I watched it back and I thought, wow, this is amazing having such a diverse cast. So,
and it's really something that we need to see in television and in film as well. So this is definitely the start of something extremely special. And the final question is another question from Talia, and she said, "What's your favourite instrument?"
I like this one. Guitar. I've been doing piano for about 8 years now. I'm so sick of it playing.
Whoa.
Oh my. Piano. Oh. I like piano, but you know, guitar is something new. I'm doing my grade 8 exam, and I started about 3 or 4 years ago. But I'm enjoying playing my guitar. I can't wait to do composing. Like on my piano, I'm doing composing and stuff.
Oh wow! I mean, you're so multi-talented. It's crazy.
Should I play you something?
Oh yes, of course. I'm just going to remove the question so we can see you play.
Oh, Oh, it's not on.
Oh, it sounds great. Oh my gosh, I just want to give you a massive round of applause.
By the way, that was pre-recorded. My memory's gone blank. So I recorded that about 3 days ago. I was busy recording some piano. I was just, doing stuff.
Oh,
Just to show you.
to be honest, what can't you do? You can act,
Fly.
you can do music, there's so much.
I don't know. What can't I?
You really need to ask yourself that question, but you're just so multi-talented, and I really can see just such a bright future for you. It's just so crazy. So I just want to say thank you so much for your time, for being here, and talking about your acting journey and telling us some of your tips on how to become an actor as well. Once again, I want to thank and congratulate you for all of your success, as it is totally deserved, and I can't wait to see all the projects that you're going to be in the future. And where can we find you on social media to keep up with your upcoming projects, and hopefully seeing you as the best actor in the world?
Thanks for having me.
No worries.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. Can you tell us your Instagram username so we can follow you?
Yeah, so
No worries.
yeah, I'm on YouTube, so that's Jordan A. Nash. You can check me out on YouTube, and yeah, of course, Instagram is at Jordan Nash World. So yeah, you can check out
Everyone,
YouTube.
make sure. Yeah, so everyone, make sure to go and follow Jordan on his YouTube and on his Instagram to see what he'll be doing in the future. Definitely go and stream some of his covers and listen to some of his music, as well as his amazing acting skills. I believe it's the 18th of December, did you say, that the Come Away film is coming out? The 18th of December. So make sure to mark that in your diaries and stay tuned until it will come out. Jordan, thank you so much for being my guest today. It was wonderful speaking to you, and I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
So now it is the end of this interview. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. Jordan is so talented. It's actually crazy. Make sure to mark that in your diaries, as I said before, that the Come Away film will be coming out on the 18th of December. I can't believe that it's almost the end of the year. It's actually so crazy. It's gone by so fast, then it feels like it really hasn't. So it's a little bit confusing, but we can definitely say that thanks to the Come Away film, we'll be finishing off 2020 with an amazing finish. As I said before, make sure to go to follow Jordan on his YouTube channel and on Instagram, and yeah, just see what he'll be doing in the future, because he is definitely talented and will be on our screens very soon. So make sure to go and follow him, see the other interviews I've done if you're watching this on YouTube. Make sure to subscribe. If you're listening to this on a podcast, make sure to go and check out our other episodes. If you're watching this on Instagram, then make sure to follow me here, which is at inspiringvanessa. Thank you all so much for tuning in today, and